looks like and how we monitor that moving forward.
Governor, your guidance about what to do if there's a positive case in schools, there's details about if someone is directly exposed to coronavirus in the classroom or at the school. For teachers, it says that they can come back to work as long as they are asymptomatic, even though they have a known exposure, while students are asked to isolate or quarantine for 14 days. Why are you letting potentially teachers and staff return if they've had exposure, while acknowledging that teachers are more at risk for serious disease? Where did you come up with
I think it's the guidelines that we followed all along for essential workforce determined by the federal guidelines, and our teachers absolutely fall into essential workforce. So that guidelines, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Pedati, is consistent with what the diets might have changed just a little bit, but have been pretty consistent to what we've had in place for quite some time now for essential workers. But Dr. Pedati, do you have anything to add to that?
Oh, that's right. This is in accordance with guidance around individuals who could be considered a part of a critical infrastructure workforce. And so there are some federal allowances for individuals who have critical roles, who have had an exposure but remain asymptomatic, that if there's a workforce shortage and if the individual wants to, we can do things to safely allow some of those critical workers to return to roles, but it includes things like monitoring of symptoms and temperature twice a day, using a face mask, maintaining distance, and of course, having a plan in case they were to become ill. So it's all part of the critical infrastructure worker guidance that we've provided for critical workers in accordance with federal guidelines in a variety of settings.
These experts who are saying that, yes, essential workers do continue to go to work when they have potentially been exposed, but that they need more PPE than just a mask. So is there efforts to provide face shields, other PPE, other protective measures for these teachers if they potentially have to go back if they're exposed?
I think Dr. Pedati actually alluded to that with the proper protective equipment, that they can go back if they're asymptomatic and they can do things, monitor twice a day. I don't know, Caitlin, do you have anything else to add to that? But I think that's accurate.
Yeah, that's right. And I think, it also goes along with what I think some of Director Lebo shared around efforts to get some of that equipment and make it available for school staff.
Yeah.
Governor,
So Caitlin, I'll come right back. So we, as Dr. Lebo or Director Lebo indicated too, I mean, we're working with school districts to make sure that they have adequate PPE, especially for the first 30 days, and then we're going to continue to work with them on procuring adequate supplies and making sure that they have what they need to keep to continue teaching in a safe environment. Sorry about that, Kay.